In this tutorial, we are going to look at how to do inter-VLAN routing mainly using router on a stick method. You know that VLANs are logically isolated from each other as they are separate broadcast domain. In this Packet Tracer lab, I have three VLANs, VLAN 10 to 30, and I have two PCs in each VLAN. The PCs within these VLANs are able to communicate, but the PCs from one VLAN to another VLAN are not able to communicate. So let's do some ping test and see how it works. So I am on a sales PC now with the IP address 100. I'm going to ping the next sales PC on 101. Let's go here, go to command prompt. I'm going to ping 101. I am able to ping 101. And let's do a ping from marketing PC to another marketing PC. That is, I have to go to the marketing PC here, and I'm going to go to, that will be 101. I'm able to ping the other marketing PC, and let's go to an accounting PC here, desktop, ping 192, 168, 3.101. I am able to ping the next accounting PC here with 101. But see whether I can ping from this accounting PC 100 to the sales PC 100. 1.100. I am not able to ping. It's going to time out. Let's go to the marketing PC here and ping an accounting PC 3.100. Same thing. I will not be able to ping the accounting PC, so it's going to time out. So now you know you are not able to cross between the VLAN when you try to send traffic. That is where the inter-VLAN routing come into play. So let's look at what is inter-VLAN routing. Inter-VLAN routing can be configured in three different ways. One is the traditional method, that is an older method. Other one is a router on a stick, that is what we are going to look at in this video. And the other one is using a layer 3 switch. Let's look at each of them. Traditional method. This is an old method and not in use nowadays. In this method, you need separate physical interfaces on the router for each VLAN. Each link between the routers are access links. Say if you have two VLANs, you need two links here. Each link forwarding traffic, routing traffic for one VLAN. So that means if you have hundreds of VLANs, you need hundreds of ports here and hundreds of ports in this switch. That is not possible and scalable because you're going to spend a lot of money to buy routers with that many interfaces and going to waste a lot of switch port for that reason. Now I'm going to go to the layer 3 switch. This method uses SVI, switched virtual interfaces, for each VLAN. So if you see I have two VLANs, I am creating two SVIs here for 10 and 20. This method requires a layer 3 switch. These two are layer 2 switches. That is, we have these VLANs and PCs are connected to. But if you want to do the routing, you need a layer 3 switch here to create the SVI and do the routing. Inter-VLAN is not possible with the layer 2 switch that I already explained. So what you do is you create the SVI in this switch, layer 3 switch, and you enable routing in the switch so these VLANs be able to communicate and route between each other. Now we go to the focus of this video, router on a stick. Single physical interface of the router is configured to route traffic between multiple VLANs. So I just have one physical interface configured to do routing for these two VLANs. It is also same if you have hundreds of VLANs. This is the method used nowadays. Under single physical interface, multiple sub-interfaces are created for each VLAN. So let's go to our Packet Tracer lab and configure the router on a stick method. In this lab, I already have created the VLANs and assigned port to the VLANs and assigned IP addresses for the PC. So you can see I already pinged between these PCs. I already have assigned IP addresses. Here you go here and you assign the IP addresses here, and I go here to the switch, enable mode, show VLAN brief. You see I already have VLANs created and assigned. The sales PC has been assigned to FA1 and 2, marketing FA 3 and 4, accounting 5 and 6. The rest of the port will be on default VLAN 1. So these are the configuration still pending for this to work. So I need to assign IP addresses to the VLANs. If you are not going to route packets between the VLANs, you don't even have to assign IP for those VLANs, because a single VLAN is just a broadcast domain and traffic can flow without assigning IP to the VLANs. But if you are going to route between these VLANs must have a subnet associated to those VLANs. So let's configure the IP address for these VLANs first. So I go here, conf int VLAN 10 IP address 192.168.1.2. So I'm going to assign 2 to that subnet because I'm going to use 1.1 for the gateway and 1.0 is for the network. I cannot use 0 here. So let's do 255.255.550, and I'm going to do this. Just use the up arrow key to get the previous command 20, and then I go here and 2 for VLAN 20, and then this is for 30, and then this is 3 for 30. So I have assigned IP addresses for this VLAN, and show IP int brief. You can see all the IP addresses assigned to that VLAN. You see here I have everything here. It's up and up because I have ports in this VLAN, so the status also up and the protocol also up, and these are the IP addresses. So I assign IP to the VLANs, configure trunk ports between router and the switch. So I need to make this port as a trunk port, and this port is, you see here, and this is the one going to the router, is gig 01. So let's configure this port as a trunk port. Conf int gig 01 switch port trunk encapsulation .1.1q. Before you make a port as a trunk, make sure you configure the protocol first. And now switch port mode trunk, so that is done. And now we go to the router, CLI, no, because I don't want to do the auto configuration. I just want to do it manually using CLI. So I give no to this question, go to enable mode, show run, and you see here the interface I'm going to use is 00. Right now 00 is shut down. So 20 int gig 00 no shut, and if you see here, this link will be coming up now. Okay, this is up here, and then this is going to be up here soon. So now what I have to do is I need to create sub interfaces for each VLAN. For that to happen, I just go here, int gig. I'm going to copy here, go here, T, paste, int gig 0, and I'm going to make 10. This will be my VLAN, so it makes more sense here naming this sub interface as 10. Okay, now that sub interface is up, and I have to configure the protocol first. So I'm going to configure the protocol in this sub interface. Encapsulation .1q, and you have to give the VLAN ID next to the protocol. So that is VLAN 10, and I have to assign the IP address next. So IP address 192.168.1.1, that's the gateway IP, 255.255.255.0. Okay, this interface is now complete. I'm going to click the up arrow key. I'm going to go to create the next interface, 20, that is up. I'm going to do the encapsulation is 20 here, and then I'm going to assign the IP. That will be 2.1. Do the same thing for the next one, 30. When you create the sub interface, it's become active automatically. And then do the encapsulation for 30 and assign the IP address. It's 31, and let's exit, show run, and if you see here, you have no IP for this main interface, but you have sub interface that have with the IP address. Right, so all looking good. Write mem, that means you are writing this to the running config to startup config, and then you go to the switch here and you do the same thing here. Write mem, so that is written to the startup config. Now let's look at the routing table in the router. Enable show IP route. If you see here, the routing table has been established now in the router. You see here, these are C, these are the symbols here. C means connected, that means they are directly connected. L means that is local. So you see here, you have routing for each subnet enabled here, 1020 and 30. Now you should be able to ping between these PCs. Let's try now. So I'm going to go to the sales PC, ping, so I'm going to ping accounting PC. It's still not working. Request time out. Okay, now I can ping. The first ping always time out for the first time, because that is where it learns, the switch learns the MAC address to forward the traffic. So when you do the next time, you won't see that first ping timeout, because it has already learned the MAC address. Okay, and then try 2.100. Same thing is going to happen. Okay, let's time out. Now it's going to ping. Do again. Now it's all the ping will be successful. And if you want to do here from marketing PC, and try one more time and try to ping a sales PC, ping 192, 168, 101. It's timeout first, and then now it's pinging. Hope this video is very helpful for you. Please do subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Thanks so much. Bye.